2025 was without question the worst year for online dating and degeneracy Roblox had ever seen. Online dating has been a major issue in Roblox for so many years, but sadly, Roblox and parts of the community being so lenient towards it let it get to this point. It felt like we were watching dating game and condo devs get verified on a weekly basis earlier this year thanks to how normalized and popular it became. Numerous boys and girls clubs and public bathroom simulators were appearing everywhere as if Roblox was intentionally pushing them. Many of them are now gone thanks to seemingly reactionary safety updates that I'm sadly not sure are genuine because of what and who Roblox is still allowing on their platform. When you think about the people behind soft condos, you tend to only really think of Teddy, since he was the main character of the formerly biggest incident in Roblox history. I mean, his online dating games were so popular that Roblox invited him and at least one of his condos to participate in an event. We all know Teddy was terminated after 2 weeks of extreme outrage from the community, but what if I told you his #1 rival was not banned and is still causing major issues? The pioneer of the XYZ public space simulator condo genre was never banned and is still knowingly hosting dangerous spaces on Roblox. He received potentially over 75 million visits from soft condos while building himself a following of weirdos so strong that they still gather to his games and groups. He sells disgusting clothes on an alt, he owns games and a fan group full of predators, knows of it all, does nothing, and neither does Roblox. I've reported him, his games, his clothes, and his main group, and Roblox has done nothing, so I'm here making a last-ditch effort to get something done about a super dangerous user. We are gonna look at public bathroom condo pioneer Isazel, his past actions, his current actions, and why Roblox needs to permanently erase his influence from the platform. Isazel joined Roblox long ago on June 25, 2016, likely under the name GinoGGG before rebranding to what he is now. It's difficult to pinpoint when exactly he began his own condo games, but the earliest content of his I can find is from August 26, 2021, and it is shocking. Before owning condo games, Isazel was making Meep City condo parties, loaded with naked morphs and private bedrooms. I found a video on YouTube of somebody giving a tour of his house, and it shows extremely disturbing early content put together by Isazel. It was your typical Meep City party with all kinds of disgusting and dangerous content, but with more bad stuff than most, which even included plans to add a torture room. There appeared to be around 50 plus morphs that were suggestive in nature at best, with a high amount being completely naked. There were bedrooms, obviously mimicking filming locations with cameras and lights pointing at beds that were surrounded by naked morphs. There was even a strip club set up in a classroom, showing this guy had no issue with kids getting involved in the madness. Isazel was unsurprisingly servicing online daters, degens, and predators in Meep City, and sadly, he'd start doing that out in the open too. His parties advertised a game called XYZ Vibe Reunion, which was said to have poses for couples, so it was clearly intended for dating. To no surprise, footage of the game shows it was your run-of-the-mill vibe hangout with purple lighting, dating themes, and bedrooms. XYZ Vibe Reunion was held by a group called XYZ Clothing, and was very popular as its welcome badge was obtained by nearly 3 million different accounts. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what happened to it, but what's evident is that Isazel's XYZ simulator condo empire was partially built in Meep City. On November 29, 2021, during the rise of TallyWowie's public bathroom simulator, Isazel would create his own public bathroom simulator, but with his own twist. Unlike TallyWowie's, which was a small bathroom map with not a lot to do, Isazel created an entire building full of private showers, urinals, and toilets. The showers and toilets mostly served as their own private rooms, as they each had a door that could be closed, although some were left out in the open. The urinals were completely out in the open, and at times had features that let players lean over to look down at the person next to them. Online daters, degens, and predators flocked to the game, where they'd participate in disgusting activity or invite people to go to full-on condos or move off-platform. His public bathroom simulator would become his flagship game in what would become an armada of disgusting games for online daters, degens, and predators. Isazel created possibly 30 to 50 XYZ simulator or hangout games used to service those very weirdos, including a public pool, Latino club, desert bathroom, and more. Not all of them were listed on his profile, and some might have been held by his group, but the result was all the same. He owned a ton of dangerous games. He created environments enabling the worst of the worst to do policy-violating stuff, and, as proven by his Meep City parties, did so intentionally. There's a strong chance he accumulated over 100 million visits off of them, with 2 on their own accounting for 52 million. A lot of his games were closed during the Schlep situation when Roblox outlawed private space games, but sadly, that was not the end of Isazel's influence. Just a couple days prior to Schlep's ban, on August 7th, 2025, the XYZ Clothing Group uploaded a ton of inappropriate and suggestive clothes with knee blush added. I'm not going to explain why these are bad, but they definitely are, and should get the group, the holder account XYZ Group, and the rest of its clothes deleted. Its holder, XYZ Group, is almost 100% an alt of his, as he is its only friend, it carries the XYZ name, and the group-owned XYZ Vibe Reunion. Schlep would then get banned, the extreme backlash from all across the world would ensue, and Roblox would react by making mostly unsatisfactory safety updates. One of those updates was blocking users under 17 from social hangouts with private spaces and experiences primarily set in private spaces, which happened on August 15th. With that came the closure of a ton of Isazel's games, which fell under the private spaces rules due to having bathrooms, bedrooms, and other personal spaces. A day before that though, Roblox placed his main public bathroom simulator under review, showing that they were aware of him and his games. Sadly, Roblox opted to not terminate his account, his main group, XYZ Group, the XYZ Clothing Group, or its clothes, which is proving to be a major mistake. A few days ago, I was simply browsing Roblox when I was randomly recommended a game called IXayeziI Hangout Vibe Place. I don't know why I was recommended it since I was on an alt that doesn't play anything like that, but I was, and I immediately recognized who it was by. It appears that one of Isazel's games survived the private space purge, and he was still using it to service the worst of Roblox's community. Immediately upon joining, there were a ton of bad avatars, people soliciting condos, or people soliciting personal information like pictures. There's a pool, rooms with couches, and laundry machines that have doors just like the ones in his public bathroom simulators. It's very clear that this is a continuation of his XYZ simulators without the private spaces Roblox has outlawed, letting it remain open to non-17 plus ID verified users. Even though it's missing the private showers and toilets, it's being used largely by the exact same player base he served and cultivated for years. IXayeziI Hangout Vibe Place is currently acting like post-party Meep City was, with players mostly sitting in spawn to solicit or offer dates and personal info. Although the game's content may not violate the TOS for the most part, it does violate the Meep City rule, and its creator has a history of intentionally servicing violative players. There are a ton of animations, and some definitely violate the TOS, its creator's inaction violates restrictions on use rules, and it's full of predators, and it needs to be deleted. Isazel is still operating other dangerous games that are thankfully mostly dead, but IXayeziI Hangout Vibe Place is popular and has over 19.4 million visits. Unfortunately, that's not the only popular dangerous space he runs, as the game links to a group called XYZ Studios, which is a breeding ground for predators. XYZ Studio is Isazel's fan group that has over 14,000 members, but is mostly barren, with no group wall or forum, no games, and no items for sale. Despite that, XYZ Studio has become a central hub for online daters, degens, and predators to meet each other through the members list. According to Ruben Sim, nearly 4,000 of the 14,000 members, which is 27%, are logged in the Easy program used by top devs to keep weirdos out of their games. Isazel fostered a community of freaks for so many years that they now know to simply go to his games or group to meet other freaks. His condos were so popular that his new stuff has become a place for online daters, degens, and predators to congregate in, and him and Roblox are just letting it happen. Isazel has taken the Alex Neutron route, shifting blame away from himself despite acknowledging the horrible content and players he's hosting. It's a little more obvious Isazel intentionally serviced the worst of the worst because of his Meep City parties, but either way, he's definitely not innocent like he makes it out to be. He asks how he could delete his fan group, yet he can easily just make it private forever and exile the clearly evil users in it. He could also just shut down his games instead of allowing them to be played by freaks and predators, but he's not doing that either. Isazel has an extensive history of creating content for disgusting and dangerous users, is evidently not doing anything to stop it now, and needs to be punished for it. If Roblox truly cares about safety, Isazel and all his content has to be erased from the platform because it serves and aids the worst of Roblox's community. Since at least 2021, Isazel has operated spaces designed for online dating and condo activity and has made little to no effort to prevent it. Instead, he has proven to intentionally make content for violative Roblox users, and Roblox has mostly let him do it. They are aware of his public bathroom simulator as they clearly put it under review, but even with how clearly inappropriate it was, they did not terminate him or delete his surviving content. That has allowed his supposed alt XYZ group and the XYZ clothing group to collect Robux from inappropriate avatar items it uploaded for weirdos to use. Roblox has allowed Isazel's group to remain a central hub for condo players and predators to meet up and organize disgusting and dangerous activity. Roblox has allowed Isazel to operate games that also remain a central hub for condo players and predators to both organize or conduct disgusting and dangerous activity in. There is a high probability that Isazel has made and still makes thousands of dollars from content that endangers Roblox users, and Roblox is letting it happen. Roblox's inaction against a user who should have been terminated years ago has led to likely millions of instances of extremely inappropriate activity accessed by children. Roblox's failure to stop someone creating content for the worst of the worst has led to mass amounts of sexual content and activity occurring around or with vulnerable users. The inaction towards Isazel, even after numerous reports, really makes you wonder if Roblox actually cares about user safety because he caused so many issues and still is. The fact that he's not terminated is an extreme failure on Roblox's front that has led to tons of instances of sexual and dangerous activity occurring. Roblox needs to terminate Isazel and XYZ group, delete the XYZ studio and XYZ clothing groups, delete its clothes, and make sure he never returns for the safety of Roblox users.